Good morning, guys. We have settled in and we are finally moved here. Now, look behind me. Oh man, I tell you, there is stuff everywhere. It's driving me crazy. I'm not the type. I mean, you could see behind me, everything that has a little covered area, we put stuff because we do not have our carport yet. We do not have our garage yet. We do not even have our house yet. All right, let me show you. That's our house for the next couple months. I'll show you the inside. Kind of, try to make it, it's not really travel ready at the moment. And that's the start of our house. So, update, we ordered our trusses, or we're getting a quote on the trusses. Once the trusses come, we'll be able to do the whole frame of the house and get it dried in. Okay, so that won't take too long, but it's going to be about 2 weeks before the trusses probably even get here. We're not even sure yet. So while we are waiting for that, we are doing other projects, and let me show you what we have. Okay, so now this shed that you had seen a second ago, we figured we didn't have time to build yet another building. So we did just get this shed ordered, and it's the lean-to and everything that we had wanted that matches everything else that we're going to do, except it was not supposed to be this color. It was supposed to be beige. All right, so oh, look, more stuff. Yay! So it was supposed to be beige, which they didn't do. And the roof, if you notice, let me try to show you the roof. It's papered on this side because there is no roof there because they had cut it wrong and they had to order a new roof. And we were like, we want the shed anyway. We need the shed because this is all filled with our stuff. Like I said, we had a short time to move. So they're coming back this week to put the roof on and then put the edging around the roof and everything like that. They are bringing us paint. They were saying they were going to paint it, but Patrick's like, I don't want someone sitting here painting. I'm just going to do it myself. And we have to paint the outhouse anyway, so everything matches. And it is supposed to match. Let me spin you around, try to slowly. There's the outhouse. I got my herbs. And there's stuff around there as well. And there's stuff back there as well. But it is supposed to be that color. That's the chicken coop and the shed. So he's bringing us paint. We're going to paint it so everything matches. I would have preferred for it to be, the same siding and everything, but whatever. We're going to modify that. That's going to be my little kitchen area plus a guest house. We're calling it the bungalow. And we are going to have a roof porch that we're going to add on to that. That door is the wrong door. It's the wrong placement. So he's also bringing us a piece of T111 so that we can make the door we want. We want a full, a real outside door. Okay. I mean, we're getting money off on this. But anyway, so the shed was already here. This is the first thing we had built because we had run electric to it and we needed it for an electric shed. It's going to become my garden shed. Right now, filled with stuff. This is the chicken coop we built, and I believe you guys, if you didn't see the other video, it is on here, and it is still not completely finished, but we did get the front end and we got the door. So we own rental properties, and this came out one of the properties when we had to replace the door, and he had saved this one, and there's another one back there that's going to be for the other side of the coop. And I'm going to paint it green. I'm going to paint this the beige. And so it's going to look all pretty in it. But let me show you how big the chickens got and what we had did on the other side. Here's the inside. We use this horse bedding. I'm going to try it. And it's pellets now, and then it's supposed to go to like a gravel. And you just kind of put over and kind of mix it around since we have the dirt floor. And then you don't have to scoop it. You don't have to change it. Oh, little girl's stuck. But we did that. We have them their tiny roost, and their bigger roost will go as they get bigger. We had carved away, that's all raspberries over there, wild raspberries. There's some more there. And so we carved a little path in the raspberries, but we left some, and we want them to intertwine so they will have free food. You will notice I ran out of the bird netting that I put on the bottom here because this is not the right fence, but this is what we had. So this is what we are using for right now. We will replace it. But I ran out of the bird netting, so tomorrow we have to go pick more up, but I had to put this this mesh up, just because the holes are a little big on the bottom there and they can get out. So this is temporary until tomorrow, and then I will be able to fix that. But they have a nice area here, and I have a gate. I'll show you guys that right now. I have a gate that's going instead of our pallet there. We have to get hinges. Again, we're just kind of using what we can find. Everything is packed away. It's awful. But we're going to put a 6-foot roof out, which will, bring us out probably halfway through the coop. And then we're going to hang the food and water in there. We got our little automated door put in. It works by remote for right now because they are still little. I was able to find a rooster. So I have 12 girls and one little boy. And he was the same age and it was perfect. So they're getting very big. And then once I can hatch some eggs next spring, that's when that other side will be. I don't know if you can see it, the other side of the coop where the fence is now. And it's going to go a little bit over. And of course, we got to finish that side. Let me show you more stuff. More stuff. Isn't this wonderful? Look, more tractor stuff. So let's move on to our plants. Oh, and while we are waiting, let me tell you, while we are waiting for our trusses, excuse me, I got like pollen or something in my throat. While we're waiting, we have an order of importance, and obviously the chickens were number one because we had to get them outside. They were inside the coop. It was horrible. So that is done. We're moving on to the garden. We have to fence it in so I could get my plants in the ground. And I'm going to show you right now, but the grapes, the elderberries, and the blueberries are still in a pot, and they've been in a pot for a very long time. I need to get them in the ground as well. So that's today's job. Now, it shouldn't take, obviously it'll take a day, so we'll do that, maybe 2. And then we're going to button up the chicken coop. But then what we're going to move on to, I believe, is a carport. We need to get a carport so that all these tractors and lawnmowers and quads and, all the things with the little motors on it that have to be undercover can be undercover. So that's going to be our next thing while we're waiting for the trusses. And then in the meantime, we are going to order the garage, which I don't even know how long that's going to take. Once we do that, we can empty the rest of this stuff. He had a 31 by 40, was it? 24 by 31, I forget the size of the garage. That was jam-packed of Patrick's stuff. And we need to find room for it, and we need it so that we can, pack it back up. And that's going to be his space. He can do whatever he wants in his little space, but he could get it off of my lawn. But anyway, after garden, I told him I want to organize the junk, at least put it in a line, do something. Let's just organize the junk. Make me a little sitting area, a little cooking area out here. And then, I'm woosaw. I'm understanding that there is going to be stuff around until we get it figured out and until we get our building. So I'm trying to be not so, anal about it, not so, it needs to be done right now. We have time, we're going to do it, and I'm trying. So we're just going to live like this for a little bit. Let me show you my plants. So as you can see, these are the ones that I had seeded. It was really hard to move and go back and forth with everything that I had to do, but I traveled with these little guys, and they're growing really well. My kidney beans, though, are not doing so great. But look, I do have, stuff growing. So there's a couple on here. I'm going to see, and I am going to seed some more. Everything else is growing great. They're all getting so big. Like, look at my spinach. It has to get in the ground. I want to get it in the ground. So we are working on that. The rest I had bought just because I knew it was going to be difficult to seed, and I was going to be a little later in the season. So these I bought, and they're tomatoes and eggplants and peppers and cucumbers. Bzz. Oh my gosh, Patrick, stop it. Sorry guys. He's always trying to scare me. Watermelon. And they sell them. It's a local place, Valley View. So a cell pack is $2.99. Where are you going to get something for $2.99? And it's a local small business. I love to support them. This one was only $6. This is green beans, and they're bush style, so that's perfect. There's a lot in here. I don't even know. I didn't count, but I'm planting them all. Oh, my succulents I bought because I have a thing that I want to make. I think this is Brussels sprouts, some more cucumbers, some more peppers. And then here I got, these were Kissed by Jack Frost here. So they were on sale for $1. So I got them just to plant for some pretty flowers. And I did also get herbs, marigolds for the garden, catnip for the garden, because it's supposed to keep away pests and stuff. So I'm going to plant it near the cabbage. That's the goal. And I got a lot of broccoli. More cucumber. They're the little cucumbers Patrick likes them, but I'm going to make pickles. And then more tomatoes. So these will all go in the ground. Same with the elderberries. You can see how big they're getting. They also are in their pots and they need to get into the ground. Herbs will stay right here. I only have sage, cilantro, and chives right now, but these are my two little herb things. I'm going to fill them up really nice. And this, they're close to the camper, so I can use it when I am cooking. We didn't set up our outside kitchen. We do have our freezer from the house that we just plugged in right now, but this has to go into the shed, which is over there. And we can't put it in there until we empty the shed. We have to empty the shed so that we could put the freezer in there, because we have the stuff to finish our well, which is still not even done. The well is dug, but we need to put in the pump. We're running a line to where the chickens are, and then one line is going to be by the garden. And that's where the well is. So the well's by the garden, and we're going to have a hose bib there, and then we're running a line to the chicken coop. We're going to have a hose bib there, and then once the house is built, we'll go underground to the house, obviously. And that we got all the stuff for, and it's sitting in the shed. And once we get that stuff out, we'll be able to fit the freezer in, and then that'll live there until, we're ready. But the water is also going to be done next week. Like I said, we have an order. There was chickens, garden, I think carport, and then water, but it might be water then carport. I'm not sure, because we do have access to water right now. We have the neighbors. We're running a hose to the neighbors. So we have access. So it's not like, have to do it right now, but we do want to do it. And it is going to get done, and that will be done before the house. Good morning, guys, or afternoon, whatever it is for you. I wanted to give you an update and show you what we had gotten done. We have a little bit of an organized mess, I guess you could say. But you'll see here, this area is, I guess, where we're going to eat and spend some time during the summer months. So I was able to get my flowers here. A lot of these are my indoor flowers, but it's nice enough to put them outside now. So we have our flowers here. I incorporated his little table there to put some of my other flowers. And these little things that are still around the shed were a little too heavy. I was able to get them and move them there, but that's going to take the tractor to kind of move it where its home is going to be, especially that wood burning stove. That I did not touch. I did not move. And as you guys know, my shoulder has been bothering me, but I was still able to move those heavy things, and I'm okay. But I got them out of the way. We have a nice sitting area and the grill area and our eating area, and then another picnic table. So I kind of tried to decorate this area and make it a little prettier and put some flowers around and make it feel homey while we're here, while we're building our house in front of us. And here is the chicken coop. We were able to update the fence. We got a new door here that works on the hinges, and it's perfect. And we have, of course, more flowers up. I love flowers, you guys know that. And then we were able to get the roofing that we need, that we're going to extend out over here on the coop, but we do need to buy the wood to build it, and then we'll be able to hang the food and the water, and it'll be under the roofed area. And the chickens are doing very well, going inside on their own, and the automatic door shuts at 8 o'clock, and they are roosting perfectly. So everything there is good. The chickens are doing their thing. Okay, here we have the garden. So do you love my arches? I love my arches. What I have on the arches are the cucumbers are on one side, and I'm going to do melons on the other side. I have cantaloupe and watermelon, and it's the sugar baby, so they're small. And the cantaloupe is also a smaller variety. So I had grown it up before, and the stems did hold. It did good on the, the little personal watermelons. So we're doing that again to save me some room, because I'm already out of room. And you'll see I got half of it done, and the other half I am doing today. And then I wanted to show you the river section too. We didn't get to clean it up yet. It is on the list. It is going to get done. But this is what it looks like. It's really pretty. When you sit up here, and it's high enough that it won't wash out if the water does get high, if the river gets high. So I think I'm going to put a little bench or something here. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what we got so far. I feel like we did good just in, the little bit of time that we have. We have many more adventures to do, many more things to get done. So I hope you stick around, and I'll see you on the next adventure.